My question is, how high does a marble have to drop to do a loop-de-loop with a diameter of 1 foot 8 inches? My hypothesis is, if I drop a marble from 5 feet, it will do a loop-de-loop with a diameter of 1 foot 8 inches. I'll be showing you a list of my materials. The ladder is to support the pipe insulation. The pipe insulation is used as a track. The tape measure is used to measure how high the marble drops. The masking tape is used to help me make sure it's a fair test. Fair test means that I only change one variable. The pins are used for extra support. The utility knife is used to cut the pipe insulation in half. The marble, and the duct tape for more extra support. That is the list of my materials. These are the procedures I used for my experiment. First, I bought 4 6 feet by 1 inch pipe insulation. Then I used my utility knife to cut the pipe insulation in half, so it looks like this. This will be the perfect track for the marble. Then I attach the pipes together like this, so they are a track. Then I found a long and flat surface. Then I made my loop-de-loop by taking the pipe around and taping it and pinning it so it stays on the ground. But I made sure that I had enough space so that the pipe would reach all the way up to the top of the ladder. Then I put the tape in a line so that each spot I use, I pull it until the tape is barely touching the ground, and then it starts sloping up from there. That is how I make sure it is a fair experiment. Then I dropped the marble down from each step to test it. It works from the top step, of course. So, and then at each step, you're gonna measure how high it is. So from the first step, it is 1 foot high. And you're gonna do that for each step. Those are my procedures. I briefly went over how I made my experiment a fair test. I want to explain it a little more. I made it a fair test by every single track I used, every single height I used, I made it so that it would slope. So this part was barely touching the ground and it would slope upward from there. That makes it a fair test because to make a fair test, you only change one variable. And I want to make sure that my one variable is how high it is, not how long it goes down. That is how I made it a fair test. I will be showing you some of my experiments. After earlier tests, it has been proven that the 4th step is the lowest step that the marble can do the loop-de-loop. I'll be showing you. I make sure that it's looking up from the tape to make sure that's a fair test. Ready? Go. As you can see, my assistant, Lauren, has picked up the marble at the end, which means it went around. I will do it again. will bring it down to the third step to show you that the third step does not work, so the fourth step means it's the minimum height. Making sure my tape is sloping up. And here we go. If you could not see that in the video, the marble went halfway up and then fell down, which means that the fourth step is the lowest step that the marble can drop. So. In conclusion, as you recall, my hypothesis was the fifth step is the lowest step that the marble could do the loop-de-loop. The actual answer was the fourth step was the lowest step that the marble could do a loop-de-loop, proving my hypothesis was incorrect. During the experiment, I used the principles of potential and kinetic energy. Thanks for watching.